And we are live. Greetings, dear audience, and welcome to Zine Uprising episode 5. It is the final episode of this unique series that was created just for ZineQuest 2024. I'm your host and narrator, John, and today is all gonna be about covering TTRPG zines, which are participating in ZineQuest 2024. It's already March, so many of the campaigns have already ended, but there are still some growing and going strong, including our own. As you can see over there, we have reached our second stretch goal, over 4,000 euros. A big shout out, thank you to our mysterious saga backer. I choose to retain their name in secrecy due to their because we don't know if they want to be publicly announced, but thank you so much for taking this amazing reward, and we promise to offer you 5 amazing sessions plus the introductory session and create the very first saga just for you, tailor-made to you and your group's preferences. So I cannot wait to start playing with you those sessions. If you feel like participating on chat, please do by all means. Everything you type shall be presented underneath me, and I will be interacting with everything said. If you feel like lurking, you can lurk in the shadows. We do love our lurkers. So sit back, enjoy, relax as today we close this new series. So it's all gonna be about zines and everything we backed throughout this year, over 10 campaigns I think, and or something like it, and we're gonna be covering 3 today. But before we get into those 3, I would like to give some honorable mentions to some campaigns that I backed, but due to scheduling reasons and this and that, I didn't have time to cover them on the show. So their campaigns have ended. I'm not giving you much chance to support them unless they have like a retailer post-campaign thingy. But by chronological order that I backed them, I want to drop some projects on chat. We're not gonna go through them, like delve deep into them, but let's start with un momento por favor. There we go. Let's start with this one. It was a project made of Sky. 243 backers pledged over $8,000 to bring this project to life, and it was a very interesting campaign about existential horrors and other stuff. Just I've dropped it on chat. Yeah, do check it out. Look at this. Look at this thing. Prismatarch. Sounds so cool. And it was a surreal dreamscape of floating islands and strange creatures, and a truly very, very interesting campaign, which we had the chance of backing it. And we promise next year, for next year's ZineQuest, we will be covering them with a much tighter schedule. It was the very first time Monarch, not like the thingy, Monarch. Yeah, I think I got it. So yeah, because it was our very first launch, we were so focused on running our campaign, and basically I'm still running and still focused, so I don't do any homework for all the things that I cover. I'm not a journalist, I'm not going for that. So yeah, please, thank you for your understanding from the creators. Moving on to the next project that I backed, but I didn't have the chance of talking about it, was Filthy by Michael Elliott, who is an experienced ZineQuester and creator, and he created a game of drama and toil. It gave me a lot of Game of Thrones vibes. I'm gonna be dropping it on chat so you can check it out on your own sweet time. And yeah, it was like very medievalish, very classical fantasy, I must say, like not Arthurian, how you call this, classic medieval fantasy. Very interesting project, most definitely. Moving on to another, which I wish I had scheduled better, so I had the chance of talking about it. It was Field Agent Handbooks, Observancy Depot, I guess, 1924-1928 by Luke Earle. It over 100 backers and over close to £4,000, and was a very unique kind of campaign, because it actually, if I understood it well, you go outside and you play on your own, you take observations, was not your traditional TTRPG, I suppose, but rather you find patterns into the natural life, and so interesting mechanics, something truly different than the things that you're used to. So shout out to the creator Luke, who is also I think behind like collecting mass amounts of data for these years and previous years of ZineQuest. So thank you, Luke, for doing all the hard work so we can have like raw data to accumulate and to accumulate and work upon. Another game is by Leighton Connor, I hope I'm pronouncing this right. A Rules Light Sword and Sorcery RPG, Million Colored Sun, which I just barely backed, but still bringing it. Simulation Borg. Million Colored Sun, it gave me like an interesting feel to it, and I've heard it being talked about, so I chose to back it just a little bit, to be on the newsletter roll or something. And yeah, beautiful campaign. Then which else did we back? Of course, Dim Day Red we backed, and we still haven't. Which one? Yeah, there's still this one and this one are still going on, and yeah, we backed quite a lot. Team Day Red, I think, was my favorite campaign this year. We went all in with this one, and I'm so glad that Spiros, the creator, Spiros Drakatos, reached the heights that he did, because he did an amazing job for this one. And oh wow, he almost sold all his collector's editions. Wow. And yeah, I already dedicated an entire episode on this campaign, so I'm not gonna talk any more about it. I want to give a few more drops of love to Midnight Glamours, which we backed, and other people from this channel also backed. And 19 hours to go, something like 20 to not like 30% total backed. Chances are slim according to mathematics from you know, data and projections and stuff like that from Kickstarter. But if you're watching this and you want to support this amazing campaign, which is not gonna be turned to reality, which is very saddening, because it has beautiful art, very strange and interesting, peculiar rather, not strange, world building. It's about phase. The design is top notch. I truly love the vibe to it. But we don't know exactly why it didn't go as expected. I wish all the best to Mr. Fern, the creator of this, and Studio Hex, the creators, and I hope really a miracle happens those last hours, and it realizes. That was Ulis. Julius, I'm here for the views, mate. Ulis might present himself on camera. Moving on to another campaign who has still 6 days to go, entering its final week. Chances are good that it will succeed. It was Mythic Revolution, the beginning. It merged historical events and supernatural effects, and players take part into great revolutions, from the Greek Revolution to artistic influence of Lord Byron, and they play with infamous NPCs and they influence history itself. And it's a very promising and big idea, and chances are good it will succeed. I'm dropping it on link. I forgot to drop the previous one on the link, so I'm gonna dropping them a couple more so you can get a chance to check them out on your own sweet time. So Dim Day Red is on chat right now, Midnight Glamours is on chat right now, and which else? We have quite a lot. Hope this thing doesn't show any personal information for me or something. Yeah, maybe I will close it when I'm showing it. I haven't double checked it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more campaigns, and then the 3 that we're gonna cover today, and that is what is up, Zine Uprising for 2024. Well, once again, if you're watching us for the very first time, dear viewers, I'm not a reviewer, I'm not a journalist of any kind, I'm merely a creator who wants to raise awareness to other projects aside of my own. And as long as we get to the full review, I'm gonna replace those numbers over there, and instead of my own, they're gonna show there the creators. The next one was Letters from the Stars, an epistolarchy RPG, was all about sci-fi, beauty. It's a must. So much money and so many backers, and for good reason. The design was on point, was beautiful, cards, was a great campaign. Dropping it on chat. Moving on to 1D100 Interstellar Encounters. This is a must, the truly must for anyone who's playing sci-fi RPGs to get inspiration, because they can use it for Traveler, Alien, Coriolis, whatever you want. No, Ziki, you didn't hear this right. It is Coriolis. It's an actual RPG sci-fi. And let's move on to the details of our escape. That one was a very interesting RPG, because you don't get to play a character, but rather you play a large group of characters. You play like a whole nomadic group. You play like hundreds, dozens, or maybe thousands of player characters on your own. And your point is to find a new hope. The GM does not even know who this new home is. Then actually, it's one of the GM-less games this year. Don't really remember right now. Without the game master, yes. Rather, it's a GM-less game, but you play large group of people, and super interesting ideas. Loved it. Had to back it, and then we go to, I think, the number one most financially successful Kickstarter of this year, and at least top 5 of all time when it comes to Zine, of course, and Zine Quest. It was The Magus and the Oracle, another solo RPG which you basically create spells. This one required 7,000 euros and accumulated 46,000 euros by 700 plus backers. The group was from Italy. We had fun covering it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be amazing fun playing it. It's very interesting because you actually play tarot cards at random and you create spells. It's very, very interesting. Then we had the chance of reviewing this amazing campaign, and we had the honor of being joined by the creator of this campaign, Michael. It was Meet the Singularity, which is all about black holes and a group in a space station orbiting a black hole being contacted by extra-dimensional ghosts. It is like a TTRPG with major Mysterium board game vibes, manga aesthetics, anime aesthetics, and beautiful design overall. Yeah, and it was super fun talking with the creator and having a chance to have a very cool FAQ live with the creator. Much like with the Soft from Troika. Again, damn it, forgot to drop the link. I guess I can't go on without. No, I guess I will have to drop the link. Be a good sport now. Then we had the same distinct honor of being joined by the creator from Telling Tales RP. Shout out to Telling Tales, which they created a truly unique TTRPG with a Troika setting, which is basically, imagine a pillow fort, but it's covering an entire planet, maybe entire galaxy. It's a never-ending pillow fort, which merges something soft and sweet, which are sweet dreams and pillow and soft pillows, with cosmic horrors and existential dread and many crazy NPCs and lore and world building. Truly a unique campaign that's going on for still 24 days to go. And then we covered during last episode Against the Gloom, another truly super unique TTRPG which is going spectacularly and still just entering its final week. And this one is about a band of musicians floating in a flying pirate ship in something called the Gloom, which are clouds which take shape and create extra dimensional entities, and the only way to fight them is through music, through playing and creating music. So it merges music and TTRPG creativity and playlists and everything so spectacularly. It's by Scriptic Games, and it's definitely a must-see as it's still going on. And now, without further ado, until I learn how to pronounce this well, I'm gonna be changing the data here and instead showcasing the data from shrines. Bear with me as I make the necessary changes. And here we are. Zine Uprising episode 5 has already begun. The last one we raided. Raiding is a whole different chapter. Let's focus on today's episode, which starts extremely strong with a project I have my eye on even before this Zine quest started. So this one I'm gonna change the music to play something very atmospheric for it, because it's very, very interesting, my friends. Let's play something mysterious for it. So prepare to have your minds blown. That's a TTRPG, Legitamine Games guarantee, because it's a Buddhism-inspired sourcebook of sacred locations for TTRPGs. So basically, this one goes well with any type of TTRPG that you have in mind. I guess with Dungeons & Dragons, with Pathfinder, with I guess Warhammer, I guess something modern, I guess something, I guess we shall go through it together. Again, it's a project we love, that I must say, but again, we shall go through this together. It's gonna be like something like a live reaction. I don't really do any homework, I don't really do any research. I just see stuff that I scroll down fast and I say, I like them, I could cover it in the next episode, and I will. But also, like it's customary here in Zine Uprising to put our money where our mouth is. So I'm gonna be pledging this thingy, because it is an amazing thingy, an amazing zine. And you know what, the creator is also a supporter and a good lad, and we had the chance of talking today for the very first time through Twitter, and he said that his grandmother is from Kos, and my grandmother and mother are from Kalymnos, which are next to each other. So wow, yeah. Let's get back to it. I always close it because I don't know if it shows any personal information, but there you have it. You must see it on your screen that it raised by a bit. So if you feel like backing and supporting it, you should do as well. So let's sanctify our world building with this Rizzo printed Buddhism-inspired sourcebook of microfiction, system-neutral, gameplay hooks, procedural tools, and critical theory. I'll Zoom help you write the thing. Woo! Excellent. He's excited about this, about Kos. The first time creator, although this one seems so professional. Check this out. Check how amazing it looks. Kickstarter exclusive Halloween edition. Wow. So this one is a Rizzo printed, which are very popular in this zine quest. I've seen many Rizzo printed, which are, I think, eco-friendly type of and like actually I don't really know, so I shouldn't say things out of my behind. And it's a world building zine basically for adding sacred architecture, devotional practice, and magic to your tabletop fantasy games. It's system agnostic, omitting both the crunch and fluff to spotlight actionable ideas. Whether you're running D&D 5e, Burning Wheel, or a lyrical one page from each, Shrines offer mystical set pieces and mechanics for any campaign engaging with the sacred as a theme. Wow, I'm totally sold right now. Drawing from the writer's studies in India and Nepal and informed by cultural consultation from a Tibetan monastery scholar, among others, this is for real. Shrines prioritizes the mythology and cultural practice of Himalayan Buddhism, often absent from Eurocentric fantasy. Other traditions lend motifs, druidic menhirs, for instance, in Heads of the Holy Frost Steppe, but the saints and demons and cosmic adventures of the Tibetan plateau inspire a majority in this book's fiction. Wow, it's a unique, beautiful idea. Let me lower the music a bit. I don't know if it's good for you. It's not perfect for me. So, 12 illustrated... You're hearing the music, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's a me, Mario. 12 illustrated spreads of microfiction and system-agnostic gameplay hooks. So players can project their minds over Cloud and Kingdom from the Tower of Saint Kiran the Eye, attract disciples by returning lost treasure to the Shrine of the Hidden World, or climb the megafauna Orm, the inexorable, sorry, I'm not a native speaker, some words are pretty difficult, inexorable, to meet historical figures in the Arbor of Time, and more. So you have procedural tools for generating shrines, rituals, visitors, and atmospheric detail. Creative world builders gain 4 pages of modular tables to generate, populate, and enliven shrine-related scenery for fantasy settings. So this is a must-have, I must say. Critical theory on real-world shrines and their use as a trope in games. Shrines, as opposed to altars and temples, perform a unique function in spiritual practice, which they repeat within the fiction and mechanics of the fantasy role-playing games. This zine contains a short essay on that function, citing scholarship of religions and examples from contemporary gaming. Wow. Wow. So you have totally unique new type of rollable tables. Look at this amazing Shrine. An angel once stood in this world, and the impression lingers. A footprint, huge yet delicate, in moss that refuses to feel. Menhirs enclose a surrounding grotto of sunlight, bluebell and fern, which an order of priests keeps secret. Wow. Atop the tallest mountain in its range, a mystic attained sainthood while projecting their consciousness over cloud and kingdom. Followers stand the crystal pagoda where they sat. Against it's customary in the show to be voice acting anything that I find that is in game or something. So let's learn a little bit more about Riso printing. So Riso inkjet printers are recyclable ink made from organic rice bran oil base. So it's basically from rice. Dramatically reduce e-waste by surviving literally millions of copies and consume a silver of the energy required for toner-based printing by skipping the heat-eating elements. Okay, a little bit too technical, but as you can see, it's extremely eco-friendly and it's made out of rice. Question to the creator if they're watching this episode: can you eat it? Okay, this printing method is expensive, but the results set books apart as art objects. That's true. So it's also very unique. Its design, it's very unique. It's like rectangular. It's 8x8, 40 pages, perfect bound, not stable bound or anything. It's truly a unique and wow, and truly a unique and marvelous endeavor, I must say. This is a Kickstarter exclusive cover. Look at it. They have killer merch for their add-ons. Check this one out. $30. Totally a buy. Wow. Let's check out the stretch goals, because I like to draw ideas from stretch goals. With 10,000k, I think they don't have reached their first one yet. Yeah, because you know the goal was pretty high, and I think it is safe to assume that they will reach the very first stretch goal, which is foiled covers. So there will be what I call shiny, but yeah, nobody calls it shiny foiling. Shiny foiling of the same color. So this is very interesting. I would like to know which type of foil this creator is gonna use. Interesting. Shipping, they were right to collaborate with BackerKit, as I see, giving them only an estimate. Ziggy doesn't like shiny covers. Oh, well, what do you have? What do you know? And I'm like to give in some you cannot ship to the following. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. It is the world that we live in. So this is the team. I spoke with James earlier today via Twitter. She has written for Magic the Gathering. Wow, we love Magic the Gathering here. And Onyx Paths published Exalted. Wow. And he's of Greek origin. Very interesting. Connor and cultural consultant. Check this out. His Holiness. Yeah, I'm dropping it on chat so you can have a chance of viewing it on your own. James, cultural consultant again. More Jeremy, cultural consultant, and Jeremiah, editor. What a great team. What a great team. Let's see something I don't usually see. The recent challenges. This is the first Kickstarter of this group. Empty Mountain, Nothing Can Die, EMNCDs. So answer a few production questions here for the first time. Anyone of the project besides Sergio has fulfilled Kickstarter before? Well, there's a fully experienced team, but they're doing their first Kickstarter, that's all. Book writing is about 80% done, the art about 40%. Both take immense care. So yeah, this is not a one for a quick buck and move on. They are truly committed to this, and for good reason. Seems like a spectacularly amazing project. Wow. I am fully amazed by this amazing product. Wow. And now I think it's time to move on and change the playlist to something terrifying. I will put horror music, so please do not be afraid if you hear scary sounds, because we shall be talking about the Lord of Terror. Unfortunately, it is truly unfortunate that 3-0 is sleeping, our good friend, because he was going to love this one. Well, something's off. Why isn't this thing doing what it must be doing? Maybe, sorry, fixing some stuff. There you have it. So, with 8 days to go, sorry, apologies. The previous campaign also had 8 days to go. This one hasn't reached its goal yet, but is made for fans of Diablo franchise. Yes, you heard it right. It's called a game called Lord of Terror, and it's a journaling dungeon crawl in a dark fantasy world based on the second guess system. So definitely, Neil, you should check this game out. Unfortunately, my friend, you must be sleeping. You told me that you're gonna have an early sleep, so you still have 8 days to check it out, and we're gonna be starting with our tradition, putting our money where our mouth is and pledging. I'll buy a small but honorable pledge, and you're gonna see the backers raise from 26 to 27 pretty soon. I wanna see it rise. It's so cool when it happens. Oh, excellent. And now,
greetings, fellow seeker of the unknown. Prepare to embark on a
actually I should say,
prepare to embark on a solo tabletop role-playing adventure. Stay a while and listen, like never before with Lord of Terror, an immersive game fueled by enigmatic power of the second guess system, building on the spine-tingling success of one white eye.
Show the page again. Which page? Yeah.
This game invites you to delve into the deeps of your character's past, crafting a narrative that evolves with every toll. Stay a while and listen.
So dare to embrace the unknown. So what is the second guess system? The Lord of Terror is based on the second guess system, which was first introduced on the One White Eye, a grim RPG inspired by the works of Edgar Allan Poe. It is a D20 and D6 writing implement of your choice. The D20 unlocks prompts that guide your character through the shadows of towns and events and the peril of dungeons with journaling. But beware! Repetition unveils hidden truths. Each repeated prompt demands a new revelation. Stay a while and listen. It's from Diablo 1. This track is very loud and obnoxious. I'm gonna change it. So yeah, and Lord of Terror is like how Diablo is named in that game. So I guess the inspiration is pretty obvious for this one, and for purposefully, how you call that thing? Memory lane there. Also, you might be able to remember a sense of soul seeking of answers. A sense of soul seeking of answers. I think that was the line, yeah. Repetition prompt demands a new revelation, exposing the layers of your character's psyche. Rolling the same enter another time means that your character must reveal something that was hidden the previous time, such as a new clue or a lie they told about themselves. This adds an element of surprise and suspense to your journaling, as you never know what will happen next. Sends a soul in search of answers. Something like it, yeah. Okay, these horror tracks are not really helping me to focus at all, so let's get back into Mysterious simply. So basically, you play journaling on your own, like you play your own adventure. You roll some dice, and should you return to somewhere where you came back before, you have like you learn new things about yourself or the history. Interesting. Dynamic dual tables. Your journey in the town. Navigate political intrigues, personal dilemmas, and your own checkered past. In the dungeon, face nightmarish foes and unravel the mysteries that lie beneath. So basically, I'm playing solo Diablo. Wow. Unleash the darkness. What's inside? Player character creation. Craft a protagonist tailored to your tastes and advance them with investment in skills and abilities as you level up. Town events. Moral quagmire of town. With your character's destiny. Shape your character's destiny and past while the story unfolds. It's very interesting. And dungeons to descend into the abyss, alive with horrors waiting to be discovered. Check out the first chapter. Maybe we give it a very quick glimpse over here as it is loading. So these are the tables. Still work in progress, but it will be great for someone that wishes to check it out. So why should you pack? Due to its open-ended setting, the inspirations are Diablo, obviously Warhammer, Midnight, and more. You will experience the atmosphere and lore of this world, and a simple and flexible system with a D20 and a D6 and imagination and a pen and paper. And you also have the freedom to interpret the prompts as you wish. Very interesting. A rewarding and reliable experience. Your own character, shape your own story, and play the Lord of Terror multiple times, and each session will be different and unpredictable. Wow. Have some social media here and there. And there you have it, folks. Let us change the playlist once more. This time something a little bit more exploration-y, as we shall go into a theme of science fiction, dropping the Lord of Terror once again on chat. And now we have a very peculiar new campaign that we're gonna be covering. Give me a sec to replace the thingies over here and the title. And again, I haven't really had a chance to check it out. Again, I don't do any homework for this. We share this experience of discovering new zines together. So this one is Escape from Toy. It's on RPG called Warzone Games. Greetings, a first-time chatter. Thank you. Another friend from Discord and another Zine maker. Drop your Zine on chat by all means. We just started checking out the last Zine for today's episode. Is one that uses the Dumarest system. I'm not really familiar about, but I know that you can use, as it says, this game for Traveler, Cepheus, any RPG, Start Without Numbers, basically any other sci-fi roleplay game, whether that would be Alien, Traveler, Warhammer 40k, whatever have you. They have 15 days to go, and 33 backers have amassed just enough from its goal to yes, your project was finished and was the agent game. Yes, one of the games I didn't have the chance of reviewing, unfortunately. I hope you forgive me for that, but scheduling is a bitch. And so for this one, it has some in-game descriptions. Should I use my voice acting stuff? For 30 hours the sun echoes across the sky, baking the desert with its oven heat. But at night the temperature falls to the point where water turns to ash. It would have fallen even lower during the 24-hour period of darkness. Toy is a world of violent extremes, a planet of paradoxes, under the rule of one enigmatic toy master. It's paradise for the wealthy stockholders, a challenge for the ambitious traveler, and a cautionary tale for those who dare to tread its complex socio-economic tapestry. Here, every interaction is a transaction, and one wrong move could cost more than just credits. Very interesting. Drop your link by all means, and I'm gonna be, covering it post-campaign, because why not? Bravissimo. So this one is straight from the pages of 1960s, 1970s pulp science fiction classic Toyman. Innovation comes to mind from what you heard. I don't know why innovation comes to your mind, Ziggy. The board game innovation. So this one still has a lot of road to go. They will add additional pages, and let us not forget backing it up with a small but honorable pledge. The geopolitical transactions, I suppose. Okay, a little bit of credit card information here and there. I shouldn't be showing that, but I guess not the full number, so it's all good. And you shall see it raised 34 backers. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the time to cover this one because it has already ended. But we shall cover it post-campaign, and with that we shall conclude this new series for this year's, and it is a Disaster Inc. It's a groovy, goofy, spy-themed tabletop role-playing game, and 69 backers accumulated $1,000 to bring this project to life, double the original amount accumulated, and it's a spy-themed tabletop game. Let me first check if you have any retailer information for where can people find it after it has ended. If you have a website, drop it also on the chat by all means. So this one is a spy-themed tabletop role-playing game with a distinct retro flavor, and it's a rules light spy-themed. Let me close this one and this one actually. Spy-themed role-playing game with a distinct retro rules light spark the imagination, have a few laughs of one of your upcoming game nights. So one plays the spy master, others play the agents of FUNK, Federal Union of Nabbing Criminals, a secret agency tasked with various missions to infiltrate, steal, capture, hack, and even kill in order to protect the world from foe forces of evil. Unfortunately, they're not always the most competent organization. So it's inspired by popular media such as Get Smart, Austin Powers, Johnny English, and Shaft. This game, you basically play top secret missions, but in a goofy way, expecting plans to go wrong, gadgets to malfunctions, and your agents to fail, with style, of course. So, it's an easy to play and enjoy game using a gradually increasing dice pool of 6. Let me change the playlist a little bit, something more spy-ish, I suppose. And you succeed. As long as you don't roll a 1, you succeed on your task and your dice pool increases. Also, basically, you have all in all the more chance of failure because you roll more dice and there are more chances to rolling an ace, an uno. I'll probably put it on my each page when everything is ready to go. So check Warzone Games' website, and I'm gonna be giving you a follow. I'm following, so there you have it. I will be notified when your next campaigns are on the go. So have fun in failing, shoot yourself with sleeping darts, fall through the ceiling to a locker room full of guards, or something maybe blows unexpectedly, who knows. Life of a spy is indeed complicated. The game requires only some editing and tweaking to be done. And I'm glad to see that you reached both your stretch goals over here. But last but not least, thank you for simply being here and learning about my little project. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch the video and read through my little pitch and decide to support me and my zine. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I would like to play the video and then conclude both today's episode and this little series, because Zine Quest has mainly ended. We covered a few more, but yeah, I am preparing to find someone to raid. Whoa! Whoa! You gifted so many subs, man. Thank you so much. Whoa! 5 subs of you. Kinda, it's not your fault. I just opened many windows to find someone to raid, and I did indeed crash. It's my fault. It does happen a few times. It's one of the things that I need to fix ASAP with my computer. But thank you so much for for those gift subs. Wow, you're amazing. And yes, I'm not gonna be raiding after all the sims unless things fix in the next few minutes. But it has been quite a pleasure participating for the first time in this Zine Quest. And so happy how things are turning out for Metanthropes, our game which have been working so hard for over the past 5 years. And now we have only 5 days remaining to do our best and reach as many stretch goals so that we can improve the project, specifically by including more portraits and character tokens, top-down view, and portraits for our characters of the zine, of introductory zine, and then more artworks and more and variations to the map and other amazing surprises should we reach even more. It must be like 4 days remaining now if my calculations are correct, since we are past midnight. And yeah, unfortunately, let me see a sec. Yeah, definitely I'm having some problems after the crash. These things happen. Abruptly crashes do happen. Unfortunately, I shall make sure that it won't be happening anymore. But as for now, yes, I don't think the raid is a good idea right now. As for now, for everyone watching, thank you for watching it, for watching this episode. Thank you for being part of our journey. And our next rendezvous is on Monday, which I'll be attempting something crazy. I'm gonna be attempting to it is ending on Tuesday night, this exact hour on Tuesday. It's gonna be ending, but on Monday first, I'm gonna be attempting something that I call all-nighter, which I will try to stay up live streaming and answering questions about my game, and then talking about the entire history of Metanthropes from its inception to today. It's 5, yeah, depending on which side of the planet you are. But since we are past midnight, theoretically we have like 24 hours and 4 days and 23 hours and something. So yeah, next stop, next rendezvous is on Monday for an all-nighter. I will try to stay up all night and be here for you and live stream about my game. We will have a prototype version of the book to show you, fingers crossed. Wow, an actual physical thing on my hands to show you. It's not gonna be like the end product, but we're gonna be testing different types of covers, and followed by Tuesday, which I'm gonna be having the last stream of this campaign, the last live stream, which I'm gonna be here answering Q&A, being reminiscent of our journey. You're gonna see me reacting to the final pledges and losing my mind on camera. So thanks again to Warzone Gaming for joining us, and shout out to all the amazing zines that we covered during these 5 episodes of the show. See you next year, and remember, always stay legit and stay meta.